I'm Max Verstappen. I'm 22 years old. I race for Aston Martin Rebel Racing. I'm the best driver because I believe that I'm the best. Because every driver needs to think like that. Otherwise, it's better to stay at home.
If you want revenge for the bad things that have happened in your life, start with the version of you that hasn't lived up to your potential.
Hey, man, we're not going to be here forever. So use the time that you have, like right now. Right now, think about something you always wanted to do, always wanted to go, and go do it. Just do the best you can. These are years that you can't get back. The saddest thing in life is wasted talent, guys. You know? So do the best you can.
But here's what you should know about winning before you chase it. Winning's not loyal to you. It doesn't care about you. Winning doesn't care how sore you are. Winning doesn't care how much sleep you get. Winning doesn't care how hard you work at times. And sometimes a guy doesn't outwork you and he still wins. It isn't fair, man. Sometimes there is no justice. Winning requires all of you and then more, and it promises you nothing.
Sun don't stop for nobody, man. Sun don't fucking stop. Sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. That sun is gonna be up in the morning regardless of how I fucking feel and how depressed I am. The sun is gonna fucking shine in the morning. And at nighttime, the moon gonna be there. And you gonna look up, these days gonna keep going by. So do you let the days go by and look up and you done wasted a year doing what?
Dreams want to live just like everybody else. And if you don't bring them to life, somebody else will. They're gonna jump from your head right into somebody else's head. And that person is gonna bring those dreams to life. And you're gonna be sitting there back thinking, man, I could have, I should have, I would have.
Then there's the athletes who train to win. They train every day, every session, so that they win on match night. And then I remember saying to Adam's group, there are just those very few players who train to dominate. They train so hard that winning is inevitable on race night.
If you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already. So if you don't have the mindset that you are the best reporter ever, then you already failed. And that's been my mindset since I can remember. That will be my mindset as long as I can remember anything, that I am the best ever at what I do. But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something.
All parents should tell their kids they can be whatever they want, but after that they should tell them that you have to live every day. If you want to, you have to work every single day. You have to embrace the suck. You have to embrace the failure. But you can never, you can't be anything unless you work every single day. And that should be the second thing that they're saying after they tell them they can be whatever they want.
But negative energy is wasted energy. You want to become a master at overcoming hard moments. That is, to me, the sign of a champion. The best in the world are not the best because they win every point. It's because they know they'll lose again and again and have learned how to deal with it.
That whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past or how lofty your aims and hopes may be. That your only limitations are those which you set up in your own mind or permit others to set up for you.
Champions find a way to make it happen. No matter how long it takes, they find a way.
Nobody else is watching this movie but me. It's in my head. This is Rocky. This is the comeback. This is exactly what I saw in the movie. And I'm going to come back better than ever. I'm going to be 41. My body's going to be ripped up. I'm going to be about 8% body fat. And then I'm ready.
The biggest life lesson that I've learned is the power of the mind and just how important it is to look at yourself at a high regard and to believe in yourself. To paint a bright future for yourself, you have to be able to see it in your mind. You have to believe in it, and the more you believe in it, the more your world will start to change.
There was a moment when you actually said you gave up. Surrender is an outcome far worse than defeat. Wipe that smile off your face. Stop
stopping Black? Is that your only goal? You think it ends there? Think about the next threat in a year or 5 or 10. Or think about your pride. If Saiyan blood flows in your veins, if you're my son as you claim, then I won't tolerate you losing to anyone. You'll be the best or you'll be nothing.
Felt like things were just kind of hard and tough, and I wanted to just quit, to be honest. I felt like I lost a lot of faith in myself, and it was getting really hard to just push through. And I didn't quit. Obviously, we're here today, but this morning after prejudging, I had that same cry in the bathroom, but this one with a cry of gratitude and pride that I had pushed through and gotten through that. And it's these moments, it's a journey, and like I felt this before having the trophy around my neck. It's the journey, it's the experience, it's knowing that you pushed past times where you wanted to quit. And you got shit done. You pushed through it. So to everyone out there whose dreams are scaring you, whose dreams make you want to quit, just don't quit. It's good. Your dreams should be big, they should be scary. Just keep pushing through. I have this thing I say, champion mentality. It's not about winning, it's not about a trophy, it's about having no quit. About giving everything you have so that when you can show up on game day before the results are over, you're proud of yourself and you know the work you put in.
Listen, I'm a normal person from a normal family. Sometimes normal people can do extraordinary things, and I'm just proof of it. Let's just work hard and go for it, man.
There's never going to be a perfect time for anything, ever. So if you keep waiting for that perfect time, you know, you're never going to start. You're never going to do that job. You're never going to complete that task, because there's no perfect time in this world. Just go out there and do it. Just go out there and start. There's no perfect time ever. And if you keep waiting for a perfect time, you're going to miss your opportunities. You're going to waste your potential.
If God puts a vision in your head, it's because he has something for you. He put it in my head in the 6th grade that I would be on TV one day. Now, I had a severe stuttering problem. I'm in the hood. I can't talk outside my house. But he still put that in my head. So when the teacher asked me what I want to be when I grow up, I wrote that on my paper. They laughed at me. The lady told me, you'll never be on TV. You can't even talk.
Life will not always be 70 and sunny. Life is the ultimate competitor. It's relentless. It will continue to attack you when you least expect it. We must learn to adapt and overcome to any and all obstacles that are in front of us. When the obstacle gets in front of you, don't let it stop you. Don't let it deter you.
What will happen is that if you can clearly define that target, you can hit it. You eventually always hit the targets that you set for yourself, but you can't hit a target that you can't see. So allow your mind to float freely. Allow yourself to engage in what is called blue sky thinking. Blue sky thinking means you just simply imagine you have the whole blue sky above you and no limitations, and then you write it down. And then you think and ask yourself this question. What one great thing would I dare to dream if I knew I could not fail? What one great thing would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail? Imagine you were absolutely guaranteed of success in any one thing, big or small, long-term or short-term, in the whole world. What would it be? And write it down.
You do not have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you. You cannot let a fear of failure or a fear of comparison or a fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. And you cannot love without the risk of loss. You must go out and you must take these risks.
Listen, Cristiano, let's go. Because pain, you're going to have all the time, uncertainty and constant work. Constant work, constant work. Doesn't matter what's going to happen in your life, you have to continue. This is the way I see the life. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Live the moment, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Getting better isn't a hack or a trick or a one change that you need to make. Getting better is a campaign. It's a campaign. It's a daily, a weekly, it's an hourly fight. An incessant fight that doesn't stop against weakness and against temptation and against laziness. It's a campaign of discipline. It's a campaign of hard work and dedication. It's waking up early and going to bed late and grinding out every second in between. Every single day.
Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who've had the most failures. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter, her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was finally published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." These people succeeded because they understood that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently the next time.
Now is the time to take risk. You don't have kids, but as you get older, your obligations increase. So and once you have a family, you start taking risk not just for yourself, but for your family as well. It gets much harder to do things that might not work out. So now is the time to do that.
Is that this dude's mom had told everybody at the beauty shop that her son was going to be Mike Tyson. She bragged.
But then his mom died, and he decided he was going to fuck Mike Tyson up for his mother. And he trained really, really hard.
So Mike Tyson knocked my man out. Nobody in the history of boxing, when Mike knocked you out, nobody gets up. Right? So he gets up, they fighting again, and then I don't know what happened, but somewhere around the 10th round, my man Buster Douglas does what no fighter has ever done in the history of Mike Tyson fight. He knocks Mike Tyson out. No matter what you're going through, don't quit. The secret is in not giving up. Everybody who's done something great, they weren't that deep. What they had was resiliency. They had the ability to bounce back. That's what they had. So all the greats, they didn't quit.
Who's the best player in the world ever? Me.
You're a man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions. Make the sacrifices. Make the unpopular decisions. And become comfortable in your own skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, and full responsibility to change.
I'm in a battle with the only person that fucking makes sense. I'm in a battle with the only person that I really want to fucking beat, and that's me.
You go out to win. That attitude gives you a chance to make the deal. But don't ever tell me you're going to do the best you can do. You tell me you're going to win.
We're all born with greatness. We're not fucking born with greatness. You earn greatness.
We can make it. We got to believe. We got to be mentally strong. When we tired, that's when we got to put our fundamentals together. That's when we got to be more focused. Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired. That's when the real champions come out. That's when a real dog come out.
Whatever game you choose, give it your best. Go for your shots. Play free. Try everything. And most of all, be kind to one another.
I work with Adam Peter, the gold medal swimmer. And he arrives at the swimming pool at 6 o'clock in the morning. And before he goes in, he stops and says, "Today, I will train like a champion." And he trains for 2 hours like a champion. Nobody in the pool can get near him. He works so hard. And he comes back again at 6 o'clock in the evening, and he stops outside the arena and says, "Tonight, I'm going to train like a champion." And he trains like a champion.
Yo, we all are great. We all should think that we're great. There's no reason for you to not think that you're great. If you don't think you're great, ask yourself why. Why don't you think the highest of yourself? When you do, people have no choice but to follow suit. You got no choice but to follow suit.
If you're going through hell, keep going. If you're going through hell, you should keep going, because to stop now, you in hell, right? And so I've always had that mindset to, if God wakes you up again, and like every day he wakes you up, it's a sign from him that he ain't through with you yet. It's a sign from God that he has more to give you that you haven't received yet. So every day you wake up, I don't care what your situation is, you gotta go, okay, wow, he got something else for me. Because the moment he's through with you, you ain't gonna wake up no more. That's for real. And so as long as he woke me up, I kept saying, well, maybe today is the day.
You stay in bed, if you stay on the couch, if you stay in your comfort zone, if you only do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, if you get up, if you grind, if you are relentless, if you work as hard as possible, when other people are slacking off, your life will be easy.
I'm not even in my prime yet, bro. You probably don't get to like 28, 29, bro. It's like, why not, bro? Why not? If you're scared to take a risk, how the fuck you gonna get rich?
Sometimes you're living through the toughest thing ever and you don't know why it's happening to you. But sometimes, guys, it's bigger than what you can even see right now. Sometimes your son gonna be looking you in the eye and it's like, Dad, how do I get through this? And then what are you gonna tell him when you quit before? What are you gonna tell him when you took shortcuts? That's the point, man. There's so much stuff that's bigger than you right now that you're going through for a bigger purpose than you can even imagine.
You are not going to get anywhere in life, spiritually or otherwise, until you come to that point where you don't give a damn what people think about you. As long as you worry about what other people think about you, you will be mediocre. It only matters what you believe about yourself. It only matters what I believe about myself.
You want to get better? You want to self-improve? Stop looking for a shortcut and go find your alarm clock and find your discipline and find your guts and your passion and your drive and find your will.
There's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day.
Change the image you have of yourself by writing out a description of the person you would like to be. Act the part of the successful person you have decided to become. Start today. You have nothing to lose, but you have a life to win.
Well, the first thing you do is sit down and decide what you want. If it's money you want, how much money? And then you start to think. Now, you're going to have thoughts come to your mind of why you can't get it. You have the ability in your conscious mind to reject that idea, kick it out of your mind. Thinking of why you can't do something is never going to do you any good. And keep thinking until you start to think of thoughts of how you can do it. And the way will be shown to you. It comes in the form of images in our mind. Think of how you can and not why you can't.
Every morning, guys, I wake up, I look in the mirror, anxiety fills me, stressed out. Because I'm like, man, there's not enough time. I'm out of time. I'm running out. I haven't become the person I want to be yet. And I don't know how much more time's left. Maybe today's the only day I got. I don't know. But there's so much to do and so little time. That's all I keep thinking about. I never sit back and settle and, and relax on past fucking accomplishments or anything else. Bullshit. I live in the fucking present or the future. Never live in the past. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. It's all about making sure you have fun in life.
We forget how badass we are in hard times. And that cookie jar, look at it as a fortune cookie. You reach in that motherfucker, you pull out a fortune cookie and you read it. What we do in life is we've all gone through suffering. We've all gone through hard times and we've made it. But when you're in the midst of suffering, what our mind does is this. You think about the now and there's no strength in it. God, I'm going through cancer. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. What I've learned to do in hard times is take a step back. You went through 3 fucking Navy SEAL Hell Weeks. You went through Ranger School. You went to Delta Force Selection twice. You've run 200 miles. You run 256 miles. You've done 4,000. Those are cookies.
If you're working harder on your job than yourself, then you won't go far in your life. And you're not getting time to improve your skills. You're not getting time to grow your mindset. You're losing in life. You will get the job again. You will make money again. But your time is limited, and in this time, whoever will have the maximum knowledge, or have done the maximum experiments, or have built the maximum connection for their personal growth will win. It's as simple as that.
I don't like my life. The person that I need to punish or get back at is the real person who got me here, which is me. And so you may be right that other people did certain things or you got dealt a bad hand. It also doesn't matter, because the only thing that you can't control is obviously the actions that you take. And the only person who's in control of that is you.
Particularly if you're starting a company, you need to work super hard. So what does super hard mean? Well, when my brother and I were starting our first company, instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch. And we showered at the YMCA, and we're so hot up we had just one computer. So the website was up during the day, and I was coding at night. 7 days a week, all the time.
If you want to be a failure, it's very simple. Just don't do anything. You have to do nothing. Want to be a failure? Don't do anything. You want to do something with your life? You got to do something.
You know what you got to do to get to paradise? You got to fight like fucking hell to get to fucking paradise. People don't know how to fight anymore. They don't know how to fight. Paradise starts in hell, and people quit because they don't know what to deal with, what's going on down there. When everybody's tugging at you, when they give you a pat on the back, in hell they don't give you a pat on the back. They're trying to throw you off this fucking window. They're trying to clip. It's the ones that can fight, the ones that come back. Those are the ones that succeed. Those are the icons.
That it's necessary for us to begin to look at the future and know that it's possible that we can have our dream. Yes, it is. Other people have done it, then we can do it. We fail a lot of times. Well, a lot of other folks fail, and eventually they came back and they succeeded. So it's possible we can have what we want, and it's necessary. We never stop learning and growing and developing ourselves. It's necessary that we never give up. We know that it's you, it's me. It's being responsible for our stuff and deciding that we're going to keep on keeping on, that we're going to find a way to win or find a way to make it happen. And we know it's hard. It's not going to be a picnic. Yes, it's hard, and we will do it hard. And once we do it hard and we go through it, we realize it was worth it. And once you discover it was worth it, it is done.
You have to be yourself. Doesn't matter if the people like or not. Life continue. Past is past, it never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know.
What you do is you say, wait a minute, if I had no limitations, and this is the key, you dream as though you had no limitations. Nothing's holding you back. Imagine you have all the time, all the money, contacts, all the education, influence. You have everything going for you in the whole world. And just simply decide, these are my dreams, and write them down.
And when you need motivation yourself, don't look for someone to scream and yell. Don't look for someone else to give you motivation. Look at yourself. Look at yourself and remind yourself why. Why you are doing what you are doing. Remind yourself that this struggle, this temporary pain, this fight that you're in, this is what will make you stronger and faster and smarter and better.
And specify your damn goals, because how are you going to hit something if you don't know what it is? That isn't going to happen. And often people won't specify their goals too because they don't like to specify conditions for failure. So if you keep yourself all vague and foggy, which is real easy because that's just a matter of not doing as well, then you don't know when you fail. And people might say, well, I really don't want to know when I fail because that's painful. So I'll keep myself blind about when I fail. That's fine, except you'll fail all the time then. You just won't know it until you've failed so badly that you're done. And that can easily happen by the time you're 40.
Who cares if they think I work hard, if my mom think I work hard? I don't care what other people think. I need to go harder, bro. I'm not satisfied. I want to pull more out of me, bro. This is how you win right here. You got to pull more out of you, bro. Learn who you are some more. I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am tomorrow. I know who I am right now. But for me to know who I am tomorrow, I got to pull something out of me today. I can't get satisfied with the person I am today. I gotta keep having more character development, bro.
There is no excuse for not trying. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you'll end up. No one's written your destiny for you. You write your own destiny.
Work hard like every waking hour. That's the thing I would say particularly if you're starting a company. And I mean, if you do simple math, say like, okay, if somebody else is working 50 hours and you're working 100, you'll get twice as much done in the course of a year as the other company.
We gotta stop waiting. We gotta go do them things now. We gotta go do that right now. Go put the work in right now. Go get that job done right now. Go finish that task right now. You know, we tell ourselves we're gonna do it the next day. We tell ourselves we're gonna do it the next week, the next month, the next year, whatever that may look like. And then that day comes. That time comes where we're supposed to do it. We're supposed to start whatever it looks like. We're supposed to do that job. We're supposed to finish that task. And we push it back again. And before you know it, we never even started. You know, time has passed, months have passed, and we still ain't even started something we're supposed to start 5 months ago.
I would imagine that when Edison first saw the light bulb, he was fantasizing. But he kept fantasizing and he built it into a theory, and then he built it into an image, and then he built it into a fact.
When you beat me, I hurt all over, and I didn't want to know from nothing or nobody, not even my kids. Hell, every fighter knows that hurt, and we get sick inside trying to live with it. So don't back off now. Make it right for yourself, or you'll be sorry you didn't. You lost that fight, Rock, for all the wrong reasons. You lost your edge. All right, I know your manager dying had you all messed up inside. But the truth is, you didn't look hungry. Now, when we fought, you had that eye of the tiger, man, the edge. And now you got to get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean?
That journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. But how does one start the first step? Which direction, what purpose, and what speed does one travel this long journey?
You have to trust your own voice, your own ideas, your honesty, your vulnerability, and through this you will find your way.
Work harder, work smarter. Remember, work smarter.
But the only way you can fulfill that dream is what you do today. You can't just hope it's going to happen, you've got to make it happen.
Have big dream and big vision, but plan small step with hard work. Everybody has lots of dream in one's own life. However, the fact is that hard work is a must to make a dream come true. Without hard work, visions and dreams turns out to be just wishes.
Set the damn schedule up so that you have the day you want. That's the trick. It's like, okay, I've got tomorrow. If I was going to set it up so it was the best possible day I could have, practically speaking, what would it look like? Well, then you schedule that. And obviously there's a bit of responsibility that's going to go along with that, because if you have any sense, one of the things that you're going to insist upon is that at the end of the day, you're not in worse shape than you were than at the beginning of the day, right? Because that's a stupid day. If you have a bunch of those in a row, you just dig yourself a hole and then you bury yourself in it. It's like, sorry, that's just not a good strategy.
So I'm giving it all I have, leaving it all on the table. So no matter what happens, I can never wonder what if. I can never let regret set in, saying I should have pushed even more. I'm giving everything I have, leaving nothing to spare.
Whenever I'm being like depressed, I go through depressed moments, I go, oh, hang on. I'm getting tested. So you have to be aware of all the signals and signs that are being given to you from the world. One of them is if you feel bad, you're being tested. How are you going to perform under that?
1. Set yourself a definite goal. 2. Quit running yourself down. 3. Stop thinking of all the reasons why you cannot be successful, and instead, think of all the reasons why you can.